Here we are, guys. This is the very first episode of my rendition of Thank God It's Monday. All right. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what do I mean by Thank God It's Monday? Well, these series of motivational videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, I was motivated by my man Eric Thomas. If you haven't seen this guy, I recommend you to go check out his videos on YouTube. And there's a lot of people in my life that I've drawn motivation and inspiration from. But when we're talking motivational speeches, Eric Thomas really comes to mind. As I about maybe 2 weeks ago, I started listening to speeches, and it's totally changed my whole mindset and outlook on life. And so now I'm coming to you guys, trying to share some of the knowledge that I've gained from basically listening to this guy and just applying it to my daily life. So some of you probably don't know, but I'm a huge Giants fan. Okay, I've always been a big Giants fan. I started getting into watching the Giants games. I think it was September 2006. I believe it was a game against the San Diego Padres. My dad had put the game on TV. I watched one game and I just fell in love with baseball watching it. And as a kid, I played baseball in Little League and played in Babe Ruth League when I was in middle school. And then my freshman year, where I went to high school, I played freshman baseball there. So I went through this phase, right? Recently, it was this past summer that just passed of 2016. Some of you may have heard of the crazy Pokemon Go frenzy. Well, I really partook in this Pokemon Go. Like, I took it serious, meaning every day I was out trying to get Pokemon, and I just had so much fun with it because like I saw it as I'm playing a game, but at the same time I'm getting exercise. Like, I'm walking, I'm out exploring the world. And one of the things I've come to learn is like, when you explore the world, you see things that you never thought you'd see or dream of. And I think that's good, like, not only for like your vision or your mentality, but it's just good to get those experiences. So when I'm talking about making sacrifices, well, I wanted to complete the Pokédex in Pokemon Go, and a lot of the Pokemon you had to catch in San Francisco. So I used to be off Monday, Thursday at my job. I'm a manager at McDonald's, and I would go like every day off to the city, like to catch Pokemon. Like, I was determined to fulfill that Pokédex, but little did I know that, like, at that time I was making so many sacrifices for a video game. And I think that a lot of us in our daily lives is we make sacrifices and we do things for things that we really like shouldn't be making sacrifices for, like, whether it's video games or maybe going out, like, and hanging out with friends when maybe you should be like at home studying for a final coming up, or there's, you just never know. But one day over the summer, I was out with my friends catching Pokemon, and I had the lucky opportunity to be in the right place at the right time because one of my favorite Giants players, Pence, just happened to be around the area where I had been with my friends and we were catching Pokemon. And I had the luxury to be able to walk up to him and just like I tell him, like, it's a surreal moment, and for me it really was, because this is something that I think when I grew up I never really dreamed or believed that like I could be meeting one of my role models, one of my heroes. And Hunter Pence is a guy that I remember when he came over to the Giants in 2012. He got traded at the trading deadline from the Philadelphia Phillies. And some of you probably don't know, but Hunter Pence, he's a motivational speaker himself. And in 2012, he gave some very motivational speeches to the Giants players. And at that time, we were in the playoffs. We were trailing in a series, 0 games to 2. Hunter Pence gave a motivational speech before the third game. We were in Cincinnati. The Giants were in Cincinnati. And, the team was pumped up. They went out there and they got a win that day. So, obviously the situation they were in is they had to win 3 straight games to basically stay alive and not be eliminated from postseason. And Hunter Pence, he gave this motivational speech. They went on to win 3 games in a row, and actually that season they won the World Series. And now 2012 is forever etched in stone. Like, it's forever etched in stone for what Hunter Pence did. Um, Actually, I should say what the Giants did, but Hunter Pence, you give this guy credit for doing what he did and motivating everyone, and just having that belief that they could accomplish and succeed and do something great. So right now, I'm gonna read you a famous quote from one of the great baseball players. His name was Derek Jeter. And the thing is, I know some of you out there probably aren't sports fans. Some of you aren't baseball fans, or but the thing is, right now we're just trying to learn what we can from these great people, because there's a lot of people in life that achieved a lot of greatness, and we don't necessarily have to agree with what their passion was. Their passion, whether it was sports, it could be cooking, it could be, there's just anything, acting. I mean, we see famous actors in the movies all the times. These people, that's what they were passionate about. They had a vision, like they had a dream, and they pursued it. Like they gave it everything they had every day. And I think a lot of us, when we live every day, we don't give it everything we got. Like, I'm asking you guys, when you wake up in the morning, that day, like, do you know what you want in life? Like, do you know what your dream is? Or do you set your goals, or do you set your dreams like high? Like, you can have multiple dreams, you can have a top dream, you can have a minor dream, you can have a dream that you can maybe go out and fulfill with your next paycheck at work. I don't know what it is. It could be something you've wanted for a long time, something you maybe had to put in a lot of hours at your job for, but you have something that you really want. And so now we're going to get to this quote that Derek Jeter said. To give you a little background for some of you who don't know who he was a Major League Baseball player. He played his entire 20-year career for the New York Yankees. He accomplished a lot of great things. He was phenomenal, and he'll forever be remembered for all that he did. But I think more so, a lot of these great athletes, I think they're remembered for what they did physically on the field, but I think we have to look more at like their character, like what type of character they had, what they brought into the clubhouse, like when it comes to sports, what the type of impact they had on their teammates' lives, on their coaches' lives, on their players' lives. And his quote, so he says, "When I was younger, I was always taught not to make excuses." So listen to me right now. Like, listen to me, okay? Like, I'm dead serious right now. Like, I'm pumped up, okay? Like, I'm pumped up right now because of what I just read. Like, I'm not just pumped up for myself. I'm pumped up for you guys. I'm pumped up for everyone out there, because listen to this quote again, okay? When I was younger, I was always taught not to make excuses. So listen, now, what do I take from this quote? What do I think Derek Jeter is hinting at, or what he means when he says this? Well, think about life, right? A lot of things that we want to do, or that we say we want to do, we say we want to do it, but our actions don't really show that we really want to do it. Like, we make excuses for everything. We make excuses. Like, for example, I can give you a personal example for me. I work 40 plus hours at McDonald's as a manager there, and I go to school full time. My classes, I go to Diablo Valley College in Concord, or Pleasant Hill, whatever you want to call it. But I have a full load, like full class, and I go Monday, Wednesday, all day. I put in a lot of time